In this video, we are going to find the continuation of the previous video, which is motion of connected bodies. In the previous video, we have discussed the case 1, vertical motion of connected bodies. Here in this video, it is case 2, horizontal motion of the connected bodies. So in that case, the pulley was hold at the top and both the masses are vertical to each other, whereas here the diagram is as such, that is M2 and M1, and the pulley will be in the horizontal direction, so that the mass M1 will hold the mass M2. M2 will lie on the horizontal surface, and the assumption is that there is no friction on the surface. Same as that, the mass M1 in the pulley will pull the mass M2. As there is no friction, this mass 1's pull force will pull the mass 2 freely on the surface. So the motion will be along horizontal direction. M1 mass வந்து இங்க ஹேங் பண்ணியிருக்கிறதால இந்த ஹேங் பண்ண மாஸ்க் என்ன பண்ணும், இப்படி பிடிச்சி இழுக்கும், கீழே நகர ஆரம்பிக்கும். பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் தி கிராவிடேஷனல் ஃபோர்ஸ். இது கிராவிடேஷனல் ஃபோர்ஸ்னால கீழே இழுக்கும் போது இந்த புள்ளியிலேருந்து மாஸ் M2 கனெக்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். ஸோ அந்த மாஸ் M2வும் இப்படி நகர ஆரம்பிக்கும். அண்ட் இந்த சர்ஃபேஸ் மேலே நம்மளோட அசம்ஷன் படி ஃப்ரிக்ஷன் எதுவுமே இல்லை அப்படின்னா அது ரொம்ப ஃப்ரீயாக மூவ் ஆகும் ஆப்ஜெக்ட். ஸோ ஈஸிலி இட் வில் மூவ் டு தி எண்ட், that is making a horizontal motion. So the first thing you have to do is you have to identify the forces acting on each of the masses. So M1 அப்படிங்கிற மாஸில் and M2 அப்படிங்கிற மாஸில் என்னென்ன ஃபோர்ஸ் இருக்குன்னு I have to identify. On mass M2, it is lying on the horizontal surface. ஸோ டிஃபால்ட்டாக இதில் கிராவிடேஷனல் ஃபோர்ஸ் இருக்கும் அண்ட் ஒன் நார்மல் ஃபோர்ஸ் இருக்கும். ஸோ கிராவிடேஷனல் ஃபோர்ஸ் இஸ் கிவன் பை M2G, which is in the downward direction always. ஸோ டவுன்வர்ட் ஃபோர்ஸ் இருந்தால் அதுக்கு ஈக்குவலண்ட்டான ஆப்போசிட் upward force ஒன்று இருக்கும். ஸோ ஹியர் இட் இஸ் கால்ட் அஸ் நார்மல் ஃபோர்ஸ், upward normal force N. Then you have a tension force T acting on mass 2. இந்த டென்ஷன் ஃபோர்ஸ் வந்து ஸ்ட்ரிங், இங்கே ஒரு ஸ்ட்ரிங் கனெக்ட் பண்ணி இந்த M1ஓட புள்ளி வழியாக கனெக்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். இந்த ஸ்ட்ரிங்கில் ஆப்வியஸாக ஒரு டென்ஷன் ஃபோர்ஸ் இருக்கும். இந்த டென்ஷன் ஃபோர்ஸ் எதனால கிரியேட் ஆகுது? திஸ் ஃபோர்ஸ் இஸ் ஆக்சுவலி கிவன் பை த மாஸ் M1. இந்த M1ஓட கிராவிடேஷனல் புல்னால M2 இப்படி கீழே நகருது. M2 கீழே நகர்ற அளவுக்கு ஈக்குவலண்டான ஃபோர்ஸ் இந்த ஸ்ட்ரிங் வழியாக M2க்கு கொடுக்கப்படுது. ஸோ the tension force acting on this string over the mass M2 will be equivalent to this M1G. So tension T is equal to M1G, which is acting in the horizontal direction. So it is horizontal tension force T. So these are all the forces acting on M2. Then again, forces on M1. So in this case, you have only two forces. As it is lying here, obviously you will have gravitational force in the downward direction and opposite normal force. Here again it is in vertical way only. So the gravitational force and the opposite upward force, only two forces. So gravitational force on mass M1 is given by M1G in the downward direction, and the upward direction the force is called tension force. These are the forces on M1. So you have to represent these forces. After identifying the forces, you have to represent it in the free body diagram. So mass M2, downward gravitational force, upward normal force, and horizontal tension force. Again for M1, downward gravitational force and upward tension force. So this is your free body diagram. Next we will be moving on into the derivation part. So we have to apply the Newton's second law for both the masses, isn't it? For the vertical case also we did the same. So let me apply the Newton's second law for mass M1. Newton's second law is nothing but F total equal to MA, F equal to MA. So what is the total force acting here? Two forces, tension force and M1G. As it is in opposite directions, one is positive direction, the other one is negative direction. Always in the y direction, downward force is minus. So this one is minus. Okay, and in the horizontal, in the vertical way, the mass M1 is going to move downward. So the mass into acceleration, the acceleration is also in the negative direction. So you have to write this one as total force, that is T minus M1G. T minus M1G equal to the acceleration of whole object will be downward. So it is minus M1A. As it is in along y direction, you have to give the vector representation as j cap. So it is just the vector representation, remove that and have it for derivation. So t minus m1g equal to minus m1a. Let this be equation number 1. So we have applied for mass m1. Similarly, apply Newton's law for mass m2. In this m2, you have both vertical ways 2 forces and horizontal ways 1 force. Okay. So let me take the Newton's law. It is F is equal to ma. For mass 2, you have to write it as m2a. Okay. So for total force, you have 3 forces actually. 2 in vertical direction, 1 in horizontal direction. So you have to write it as separate. Horizontal direction separately and vertical direction separately. Horizontal direction is nothing but x direction. So along x direction, you have the tension force T is the only one force. So the force is T, which is equal to m2a. As it is in x direction, you have to give the vector representation as I cap. So T I cap equal to m2a I cap. Remove the vector notation, write it as T equal to m2a. Let this be equation number 2. And you have 2 other forces along y direction. So one is normal upward direction and gravitational force m2g downward direction. So total force will be n minus m2. So n minus m2g, and you know that this object m2 will be moving only in the horizontal direction and there is no acceleration along y direction. Object வந்து m2 m1 pull பண்ணுது. pull பண்ணும்போது m2 இப்படி horizontal surfaceல horizontal directionல மட்டும் தான் accelerate ஆக போகுது. So y directionல இப்படி மேலே கீழே object போகாது. y directionல no acceleration. So acceleration is 0, which means actually Newton's law is F is equal to ma, isn't it? In this part, for y direction, no acceleration, which is acceleration is 0. So this one acceleration becomes 0. Anything into 0 is simply 0. Then for this case, total force equal to 0. Total force is nothing but n minus m2g is equal to 0. So this part you need not worry about. You're going to consider only 1 and 2. So now substitute the second equation in the first equation. That is, second equation what you have, t equal to m2a. So in the first equation, instead of this t, substitute as m2a. So then it would become, first equation is t minus m1g equal to minus m1a. Here instead of t, substitute as m2a. So m2a minus m1g equal to minus m1a. Bring a part to one side and g part to the other side. So bring this to the left hand side. Here it is in minus. When you bring this to the left hand side, it becomes plus m1. So m2a plus m1a. This one bring to the right hand side. Here it is minus. When you bring it to right hand side, it becomes plus. So m1g. So m2a plus m1a equal to m1g. You have a as common here in these two terms. Take it outside. If you take, it is a into m1 plus m2, which is equal to m1g. I'm going to find the value of a only. So have this a, bring this term to the other side. It will become a equal to m1 by m1 plus m2 into g. So this is my third equation. So we have found the acceleration. Finally, what we have to find? We have to find the tension force acting on the body due to horizontal motion. So for that, you have very simple equation. Tension T is equal to m2a. So you substitute the value of a, the equation number 3 in equation number 2 to find the T value. So then second equation is nothing but T equal to m2a. Here in this equation, substitute the value of a, this one here in this equation, which is equal to m2, instead of a, this part, m1 by m1 plus m2 into g. So you can simply add this and write as tension T equal to m1 into m2 by m1 plus m2 into g. So this is your tension force acting along the horizontal motion of the connected bodies. I hope you've understood. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.